healing relationships. Much of what holds people back in life is their irresolved feelings and judgments regarding their relationships, even relationships in the distant past. You feel withheld, you feel joked by your own irresolutions regarding important people in your life. It is as if you are locked up in a prison of your own mind, unable to feel, unable to relate, unable to see clearly from your vantage point, held in place by your own judgments and feelings. People try to move forward, of course, but they move forward with all of this internal restraint. And every time they meet someone who reminds them of this past relationship, they tend to become very judgmental and irrational. People carry this restraint into their parenting of their own children, keeping them distant from their children, disabling them from empathizing with their children, and they often end up acting like their own parents. Here, you must understand what forgiveness really is. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is not overlooking difficulties you have had with people in the past, for that becomes emotionally and intellectually dishonest. Forgiveness here must be something that enables you to see another person clearly and to derive learning from that experience and from that relationship. Regarding your parents or other significant people who impacted your childhood and who influenced your upbringing, it is necessary to see the circumstances in which they lived and the forces and pressures that they had to contend with. Circumstances distort people, stress distorts people, unrelenting stress changes people. Perhaps you would have responded no differently yourself had you lived under similar conditions as these. This enables you to bring back your awareness of someone else's humanity and limitations. It is important to express everything you could not express at the time, even if you cannot do that to the person directly. Write out a letter, put down your feelings, get them out of your system. Perhaps a professional can help you to get in touch with these feelings and to express them in a constructive way. But you must get them out of your mind. They must become communications. Perhaps you will never send these letters, but they are therapeutic for you. You must bring your feeling back into these relationships to unlock your own emotions, to free your own mind, and to be able to receive the guidance of knowledge, which will come through your feelings, through your ideas, and through your sensations. Resolving relationships on a personal level is important, but there is another level of your life. That is the reality of your higher purpose in the world, that you came into the world for a greater purpose. The degree to which you have experienced this reality will give you a different perspective on your past relationships. You will see them now in a very different way. Here you can see that if your family life was unhappy, it propelled you out. It made you think for yourself. It required a certain kind of independence. The errors of your parents and the difficulties of your family can all give rise to compassion and wisdom, for much wisdom is learning what not to do in life. Here, forgiveness becomes more complete because you see the value of what happened. It does not mean that what happened was meant to happen, but that you are gaining value from what happened. It is teaching you about truth and error. When you begin to experience forgiveness at this level, your whole demeanor will change. Instead of feeling restrained and inability within yourself, you will feel open and powerful. Creativity will return to you. You will be able to see other people clearly and compassionately for who they are and for where they are. Here, you will see that everything that has happened to you is material to develop wisdom. Do not claim that everything happens for a purpose. That is ignorance, but it does mean that you can use everything for a higher purpose. That is wisdom. Here, you learn from the errors of everyone. Everyone is serving you now, making you wiser and more compassionate, more self-aware, stronger, and more free within yourself to follow a greater purpose in your life. Part of your deep evaluation in life is to go back and to review all of your relationships. Ask yourself in each one, what is the wisdom I must gain from this relationship? What are the circumstances under which this other person lived that determine their attitude and their behavior? How can I learn from their own experiences? How did they try to help me in spite of their difficulties? How did this relationship help to prepare me to find and to express a greater purpose in my life? Here, forgiveness becomes a means by which other people's lives can teach you something of value and can encourage you to have the strength and the commitment and the wisdom to choose and to accept the gift of a greater purpose in life.